All right, we are back. It's going to be Krusty Krew on your left and Top Chef Killers on your right.
Top Chef, strong breakout, sending a guy up to that 50. We're seeing a lot of teams do it. I think Krusty Krew did as well. Those big, tall bunkers providing so much cover to just run upfield. Top Chef losing a body. Looks like to be that guy up in that 50.
Top Chef with the back line stacked. I don't think they have a snake presence beyond the guy in the God, but they do have a Dorito presence.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that Krusty Krew knows that there's no snake for Top Chef. Krusty Krew doesn't have one either. It wouldn't be a bad idea to send one up there, though.
Krusty Krew's 50 structure player is locking down the snake, it looks like, trying to stop anybody from getting in there. So if they can free up some space for their God player to get into the snake, they could really swing the field.
Yeah, we are sitting right next to this field, and they are getting pretty quiet. We're not hearing a lot of chatter and a lot of commotion from these guys.
Krusty Krew making a bump out to the snake corner, and their home player filling out even further back into the snake corner again. So now Krusty Krew has established a snake presence.
Yeah, they're also moving up on that Dorito side to mirror what they're doing on the snake. Just bring that back line closer and closer.
Top Chef, unfortunately, going to be losing another body. Krusty Krew going to be moving into that Dorito 50. They have two different presences at both 50s. That snake can get up one more bunker.
Top Chef losing another body, so let Krusty Krew go up the field.
There's not much that Dorito player and Top Chef can do, and they lace him up. There's the concession from Top Chef Killers. Krusty Krew going to be putting a point on the board against Top Chef.
Yeah, it's a really tough situation to be in when you're the last guy sitting in that Dorito and you lose all your teammates.
Next point going to be New York Chaos on your left, Tropa on your right. Again, another strong breakout from both teams. New York Chaos going to be losing two, both out of the back Dorito and back snake.
And we have guys mirrored in that 50 structure. We're seeing that happen more often than not.
Tropa's center player just bunkered New York Chaos's center player, and it looks like he made it out clean. That's another huge body down for Chaos. Tropa, unfortunately, going to be losing their snake player trying to make a move into the snake. Chaos now with two guys on the back line, one in the home, one in the Dorito corner. Tropa's going to make it into the snake all the way up to the snake 3.
Yeah, that's a really good move, and it seems to be pretty difficult to do on this layout later in the games, make those big moves. If you don't get to those bunkers off the break early in the point, then we haven't really been seeing guys make big moves like that.
New York Chaos is going to concede the point against Tropa. Tropa's going to put a point on the board. Next point, going to be Top Chef Killers on your left, Krusty Krew on your right. Top Chef Killers going to be losing their snake corner player.
Wonder if that's a result of an overslide on those wet corners.
No center presence from Top Chef Killers this point. They have 2 stacked on that home. Krusty Krew going to be losing somebody off the back line.
Yeah, no snake presence from either side either.
Seems like a lot of teams are swinging whichever side of the field they can gain dominance on first, using that center player to establish a lane, keeping people out, and swinging the field from there.
For sure. Yeah, this layout's really interesting. So we're seeing gunfights just changing from field to field as we're talking about it. Look at them making these moves into the snake side, and we're probably, I can imagine, see Krusty match them.
Krusty does have a body in that God bunker, and they do have a presence in the center. Top Chef Killer is going to be losing another body, looks like off of the Dorito side. Who knows, we might see Krusty Krew swing the Dorito side. Looks like they have at least 2 bodies over there.
Yeah, it looks like they're making moves, bumping out that Dorito side. They can't get the snake side to budge. They're not facing too much resistance on that Dorito side. Top Chef just kind of camping their bunkers while they're moving up the snake.
Top Chef with another good move. Their God player bumped out to the snake corner.
Looks like their snake corner may have just gotten bounced. Rev coming in, he's clean.
Krusty Krew with the point up. Looks like they're just locked down in their bunkers, playing this slower, pumping the brakes a little bit, making sure they know where the bodies are, communicating. I can hear them talking behind us.
Top Chef moving up into that snake a little further, and I don't think Krusty Krew's 50 saw him do that. Tucked him in real quick, lets him look down the wire.
Looks like Krusty Krew's center player is setting the trap to prevent Top Chef Killer's snake player from getting into that 50. I don't think he's dropped that lane yet.
No, and I think Top Chef knows he's there as well. He's trying to go up and over that bunker, tuck him back in, and maybe make that move.
Krusty Krew, unfortunately, going to be losing their snake corner.
Top Chef still has his snake corner. can help him move further up the field. Yep, as he moves into that 50.
That looks like a trade from the Snake 50 to the 50 center structure. Looks like the only player left for Krusty Krew is going to be that Dorito corner. Unless there's a Dorito 4, there's a little bit of a blind spot for us looking at the broadcast, but Top Chef Killer's taking another big bite all the way into the Snake 3. Looking across field, I think he's trying to get that Dorito Aztec player that he bumped out.
Looks like Top Chef lost their guy in the Dorito as well.
Krusty Krew did have a Dorito 4, so he just bumped into the Dorito 50 now. I don't think they saw it, so that's going to be a concession from Top Chef Killers. Krusty Krew cleaning up the point. It looked like their Dorito 50 player was able to shoot Top Chef Snake player out right before he got into that 50.
Yeah, their Dorito player started marching up that side. He was about to hit that buzzer before the concession.
Next point's going to be Tropa on your left, New York Chaos on your right. Tropa going to be losing their second body on that home, but establishing a center presence, center dominant this game. It seems like everybody's picked a center bunker.
Absolutely. No team filling in that snake off the break. Tropa looking to do it a little bit later in the point now.
Looks like New York Chaos just diced up Tropa's 50 structure player.
Yeah, Tropa also losing their snake corner as well.
Tropa losing another body. It's not looking good here for Tropa. New York Chaos making a big bite into that Snake 3. New York Chaos's Dorito player is all the way up the field. It looks like their center player is as well. That was a quick cleanup for New York Chaos. New York Chaos going to hang the flag, and he's clean. New York Chaos putting a point on the board against Tropa. It's going to even it out to 1-1.
It is 10:30 right now. You can see on the scoreboard, or on the event schedule rather. Right now we're on New York Chaos versus Tropa. We're going to have our next set happening at 11. That's going to be Illicit versus Step Bros, Enemy of the State, as well as Crash Outs versus Wolves & Co. We're finishing up this set right now. Krusty Krew and Top Chef taking the field. Krusty Krew up by 2 points. Top Chef Killers haven't been able to put a point on the board yet. Let's see what they can do. Let's see what their answer is right now.
Another center dominant breakout for Krusty Krew.
And again, leaving that snake completely open. Nobody wants to mess with that thing right now.
Krusty Krew going to be losing their home player. Unfortunate, but they have established a center presence. It looks like Top Chef Killers just had somebody dive into that knuckle. It looks like he shot the Krusty Krew center player in the back.
Yeah, that's a pretty good move to make off of that center 50 structure. I've been waiting for somebody to do that all day and see what damage that bunker can actually do. Because he is beyond 50 and might get some new lanes being on their side of the field.
It's definitely a smart move to make if you know that there's no Dorito presence past the Dorito 2 or the baby.
Yeah, it looks like Krusty has a guy in there, Dorito 1. And he's moving back into that 50 structure. Maybe trying to pop the top on it as well. You have to be just the right height to be able to do that, and he seems to not even have to make an effort to look over that thing.
Top Chef with another bite into that Snake 50.
Yeah, that Snake 50 is really big. It's hard to get an inside look. You're almost forced to go into the next Snake section if you want to look on the inside of that field with a little bit of security.
He's hanging pretty tall over the bunker right now. He's not getting any pushback from Krusty Krew.
Yeah, they're just sitting there. I don't blame them. They're up 2-0 in this set. They have about 2.5 minutes left. That's all they have to do is sit and wait.
Absolutely.
Top Chefs, they're starting to look a little antsy. It looks like they want to start making moves. They know what they have to do. They start pushing up that Dorito side. Taking out both of the Krusty Krew players and hanging that point.
Looks like Top Chef Killers is going to hang it clean. That's a point on the board for Top Chef Killers. Next point is going to be New York Chaos on your left, Tropa on your right. It's a 1-1 matchup. Chaos again with another very strong center presence. Tropa going to be losing their 50 structure player, leaving it a 5-on-4 advantage in favor of Chaos. Tropa going to be losing their Snake corner player, unfortunate. Looks like it's going to be a 5-on-3 advantage here for Chaos. Tropa losing another body out of the home.
Yeah, Chaos is doing a really good job at keeping bodies alive while putting theirs down.
There's the concession from Tropa. They're going to save the time that they have on the clock and go back to the drawing board to find an answer for the point they just lost.
Yeah, it's a tough point. Both of those teams are really good. I've seen them. They play each other a lot, and it's always a battle between them two. Next up, taking the field, we have Krusty Krew leading this set with 2 points against Top Chef Killers, who only have 1. We're watching some Division 4 paintball right now on the main field. We have Division 5 happening behind us. They're going to be coming and joining us over during semifinals. Should be happening around 2:30. Krusty Krew taking advantage of teams not pushing that snake, sent a guy immediately into that snake too. Hopefully they can make something happen to it as he pushes up even forward. Top Chef answering and filling in the corner.
Top Chef moving into that Dorito 1. Strong back line presence and another strong center presence, but they're going to be losing their center player. Bit of a commentator curse there, but still good field position. Both teams have players that are out wide. Krusty Krew has nobody in that center structure, but they do have somebody at the tower watching the lane on that snake side.
Top Chef moving up into that snake, uncontested. Krusty Krew has nobody watching the outside on that.
Krusty Krew making it into that center structure. Call for 60 seconds. Now's the time where Top Chef Killers should start looking at making some moves more aggressively to try and get this point back.
Let's see what they have. They just lost the body. Their snake player knows what he has to do. He's just waiting for that opening. Again, Krusty Krew, all they have to do is just wait. Top Chef losing their snake player. Krusty Krew making a run onto their Dorito side player to close out that point.
"13 seconds left. Krusty Krew puts another point on the board against Top Chef Killers. 2 points and 13 seconds left. I don't think there's much that Top Chef Killers can do, but who knows, they might play the 13-second point.
I would love to see it. We're going to see another point here, another quick point here as Tropa and Chaos take the field. Tropa's down by 1 with 26. Oh, I'm sorry. Nope. There is more time than I thought.
If they don't decide to play the point, that means Tropa and New York Chaos are going to be an X-ball.
It's gold. You guys are missing out on the gold. Smack talking players. Trash. That's why we don't let Steve on the mics.
We have a strong breakout by Tropa, sending a guy to the 50, as well as Chaos matching them. Again, nobody touching this snake. I wonder if it's too wet. Guys don't want to do it. Chaos stacking that home bunker with 2 bodies as they break out of it now.
Chaos is going to be losing a player off of their Dorito side, and that player that bumped out from that home is going to be taking his spot in the corner.
Yeah, those 50 guys mirrored, just holding their angles. Looks like they may have traded out of that 50.
Tropa looking to spread the field a little bit and put a body out into that snake corner. That snake corner looking on the inside, potentially to try and contest that home player. Both teams seems to be pretty comfortable in their bunkers.
Yeah, it's that point in the match where we're seeing where guys are just sitting, reanalyzing the situation, seeing what they have to do, trying to make sure their kill counts are right. A lot of teams, when they get into the situation, but they stop talking, and everybody feels like they have to do something to break this lull. And you know, you get guys making moves that are actually detrimental. So it's really important to communicate right now. You know, I hope Tropa knows they're sending that guy up the snake to watch them, and it actually looks like they are as he bumps out.
Calculated move from Tropa had their snake corner player bump into that snake 3 and their Dorito player bump up one bunker, trying to spread the field a little bit further.
Yeah, you have to spread the field and, you know, keep the other team on their toes. Chaos hasn't moved from their bunkers. Tropa has. Tropa knows where Chaos is. As I say it, we have Chaos bumping out right now. You know, you got to tuck guys into their bunkers and move. A little bit of a stalemate that Chaos is trying to break. They're trying to push up that Dorito side as well.
Chaos still favoring the back line, however. The furthest guy they have up the field is the Dorito 1. He bumped out just a little bit ago from that Aztec. I think he just moved into the Dorito 2 now.
Yeah, Tropa's really heavy on their snake side. I hear guns fire, and they're just putting paint downfield right now. They're communicating. They might be looking to make a move on Tropa's side. Getting a little comfortable sitting in their bunkers right now. It looks like they want to do something.
I just heard the New York Chaos player that's sitting in the snake corner say that he needs paint, and there's the throw.
Love to see that teamwork. So it sounds like Chaos has a pin on one of their location. They know that guy's in that snake 3, but they have no idea where the other one is. That is quote unquote what I just heard from the field.
Chaos's snake corner player is just watching lanes, trying to conserve the paint that his teammate just gave him. But what that means is if you're not looking, like what just happened, Tropa can get into that snake 50.
Yeah, Tropa's snake player also has no more pods on his back. I'm sure he's well aware of that, so he knows he's got to change his strategy now.
Looks like Tropa's snake player is just setting a trap, waiting.
Looks like everybody's actually running low on paint. I don't think these guys expected this point to take this long. So we're going to see a little bit of a slower paintball being played, more methodical, thought-out moves.
There was a concession. There was a concession from Tropa, so New York Chaos.
Looks like Chaos took that point, yeah. That puts them up, what, 3-1 on that series?
I believe so. And it looks like Krusty, Krew, and Top Chef Killers are going to be playing that 13-second point. So we're going to see some people run down the field really quick. It looks like I see pod packs on, so
yeah, I see one guy with a full pod pack, but that's about it.
13 seconds, you barely need what's in your loader if you're just going to go for it, but better to be safe than sorry if you do get caught in a bunker and have to shoot your way out of it. 5 guns up.
12 seconds on this point. You have 2 guys running straight up the middle from top
Oh
shot.
my
You
God.
love to see it. Taken out a bunker. I hope he's okay. Hope he's just crawling out so he doesn't get shot. He might be holding his wrist. Yeah, on a wet field, on a day like today, we're expecting to see some stuff like that.
That snake can is down for the count. Looks like the refs are going to try and get it back into place. Hope the player's okay that ran into that, but I don't think that was anybody's point, unfortunately. Gotta hand it to Top Chef Killers for at least trying to make that deficit back up with 13 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to applaud the effort. You know, at the end of the day, these guys are here to play paintball and have fun too. I'm sure they love absolutely running down the field and just seeing what they can do.
Who doesn't? If the points are there and there's room to make it happen, you gotta try.
That's right. When you're in a situation where it doesn't hurt, you may as well go for it.
New York Chaos and Tropa are going to be coming up next. New York Chaos on the left, Tropa on the right. And I believe they're in X-Ball now with 3 minutes and looks like 18 seconds left on the clock.
That's what it seems to be. Looks like we have the rain picking up here again. That back left snake corner, just an absolute pond. It's hard to tell how that Dorito side's looking. I think it's a little bit dry, and I wonder if that's taken into account while we're seeing a little heavier Dorito side playing rather than the snake.
Looks like the refs got that bunker all back down. Both teams taking the field. New York Chaos, more of the same breakout that we've been seeing them do, but it's working for them. Tropa with bigger center presence than usual. 2 guys up the center, 1 at the tower, 1 at the 50 structure.
Yeah, they also have a guy in that snake, which is good to see. Hopefully they can capitalize, push him up there. Looks, I believe Tropa also has a guy on their Dorito corner. Can maybe tame Chaos from pushing up on that side while giving them the chance to push that snake, which, yeah, we have Tropa making moves up that snake and getting shot out into that corner, unfortunately.
Chaos going to be losing their Dorito player as well. I think that evens it out to 4-on-4. But Tropa going to be putting another body in that center structure. And Chaos going to be losing their center tower.
Chaos lost their tower. It also looks like their corner, and it seems to be a 2-on-2 at this point. There's that a possible third body from Tropa.
Tropa still has their Dorito corner. He's making moves down the tape.
Tropa is up bodies. That's the
Tropa has
situation
4.
they need to be in right now. If they're down 3-1 there and they're in the perfect spot running up the field, they're going to put him away, making him duck and cover behind that can.
Great cleanup by Tropa with 1 minute and 46 seconds left on the clock. More than enough time to get another point on the board and even it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Tropa and Chaos always play good paintball. They're always enjoyable to watch.
I think both of these lines were playing D5 last year as well, so they graduated up to D4. I think IQ is definitely showing from both teams.
Yeah, definitely, and it's interesting when you get teams playing against each other season after season. You know what guys are going to be doing on the other side of the field, and you have to start playing mind games of trying to counter that.
Tropa and New York Chaos in X-Ball. Tropa is going to be on your left. New York Chaos is going to be on your right. 1 minute and 46 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time for Tropa to make something happen and even the points spread out. A loss is not ideal. A tie is not ideal, but I'd take a tie over a loss.
Yeah, absolutely. We're still early in the day, but these points are starting to matter now. Tropa this is probably going to be their last chance possibly to make it count. If not, they're going to be playing another quick point like we just saw with Top Chef.
You guys can intro the quiet. You can tell them now, like, hey, heads up.
So for all the viewers watching at home, we're going to be trying something new on the next set. We're going to leave the field audio up for you guys to listen to, so you won't be hearing from us. We'll be reading the chat and monitoring and seeing what you guys are saying, how you guys are digging it. But got one more point here, maybe one more point, maybe two. But next set, we're gonna be trying a little bit of the field noise.
Giving you some raw, unfiltered paintball.
A very aggressive breakout from Tropa. Again, they put another body in the snake 2 up the center.
Yeah, Tropa has not quit on that snake. We've seen some other teams trying it out. They were putting bodies in the snake early, then doing it now. Not anymore, but Tropa's not shy. Chaos looks like dropped 2 bodies.
Tropa's going to be dropping their snake body as well. A lot of action happening very, very quickly here.
Yeah, this is a quick point. Chaos still has 2 guys on the home bumping out now, trying to spread their guns out on the field.
Tropa's back snake player going to be filling in, and their center tower going to be moving up to the center structure. 60 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, these guys know it. Tropa knows they're down 1. They know they don't have much time left. They got to do something. They're looking for it. These guys are hungry. If there's a team that's going to do something, they're going to do it right here. That's Tropa.
Chaos going to be losing their home player. Tropa going to be running down from the center. He's not going to get anybody on his way in, though.
Yeah, he made it way longer up the middle than I thought. Their snake player, unknowing that he has a cross in the Dorito.
Tropa going to be losing their snake player. Unfortunately, it looks like that's going to be it for Tropa. Not able to answer Chaos. Chaos just had a little bit of a better field spread, and they waited for Tropa to run into their guns. And with, 1 point on them, that's all you really have to do when there's not much time left on the clock.
Yeah, that's smart paintball. That's well played by both teams right there.
That's going to be the game for Tropa against New York Chaos, and we will leave you guys here. The next couple of points will be unfiltered audio for